The United States has had a porous border with Mexico for decades, and the situation has worsened in the past few years, with more than 10,000 people entering the U.S. on some days. Many then remain for years, even without a visa or citizenship. Mayors, governors, and immigration experts, as well as voters, have long urged Congress to fix the problem. This week, a bipartisan group of senators released a plan for doing so. And for anybody who has grown cynical about Washington, the plan offered reasons for both surprise and further cynicism. The surprising part is that productive bipartisanship seems to be alive, even on an issue as divisive as immigration. A wide range of experts say that the Senate plan, negotiated by James Lankford, an Oklahoma Republican, Chris Murphy, a Connecticut Democrat, and Kirsten Sinema, an Arizona Independent, would strengthen border security and reduce illegal immigration. The measure has the support of business lobbying groups, as well as the organization representing the mayors of every U.S. city with a population above 30,000. The labor union for Border Patrol agents, which endorsed Donald Trump in 2020, supports the plan. So do the editorial boards of The Washington Post, which leans left, and The Wall Street Journal, which is deeply conservative. This doesn't fix everything, Andrew Salee, president of the Migration Policy Institute in Washington, told me, but it goes a long way to creating an institutional structure that makes sense. What, then, is the cause for further cynicism about Washington partisanship? Despite the bill's bipartisan roots and all the praise it's received, its chances of passage look slim. Political benefits, many Republicans, including Trump and members of Congress, have decided to oppose the plan for political reasons. They think they are likely to do better in this year's elections if the immigration problem festers, and they can blame Biden. Let me tell you, Troy Niels, a House Republican from Texas, told CNN last month, "I'm not willing to do too damn much right now to help a Democrat and to help Joe Biden's approval rating." Republicans justify their opposition mostly by pointing to one provision, an emergency measure that would forces the president to virtually shut the southern border when undocumented daily migrant encounters rise above 5,000. This measure, the critics say, would authorize 5,000 illegal entries every day. But that claim is misleading. By the same logic, the current system allows unlimited daily entries. Even more important, the Senate proposal includes many other measures to make entry harder. Among them, the bill would raise the standard for migrants to pass an initial asylum screening. Today, even many with weak asylum claims can remain in the country. The bill would also allow U.S. officials to deport more people who fail the screening within a week of their arrival. Congress would pay to hire thousands of additional border personnel and 100 more immigration judges, who in turn could reduce the backlog of cases. Faster resolution would allow admitted migrants to get on with their lives, while the government could send others home more quickly. The bill would finance the purchase of 100 new machines for detecting fentanyl at the border and increase penalties for trafficking. Separately, the bill would expand legal immigration by a modest amount and allow admitted migrants to receive work permits more quickly. Here's a Times summary of the bill. Together, these measures would shift the calculus for potential migrants. Because the chances of illegal entry would fall, fewer people would likely try, and more would instead try a legal pathway. Biden's border Republicans do have other legitimate reasons to criticize Democrats on immigration. Since Trump's presidency, many Democrats have embraced the idea of a more open border. If you want to understand the extent of the shift, I recommend reading the party's 2020 platform. It talks almost exclusively about steps to expand immigration, even outside of legal channels. Biden, who was once a moderate on immigration, is part of the change. As a presidential candidate, he signaled that he would welcome many more arrivals. As president, he loosened the standards for asylum. Combined with political turmoil in parts of Latin America, the strong U.S. economy and other factors, Biden's approach fed the migration surge. There are a lot of people coming because they're pretty sure that they can get in and stay, Selly said. Now, though, Biden has recognized the downsides of his initial policies. Biden hopes to make Republicans pay a political price for their opposition to the border bill. In a speech, he said Trump would rather weaponize this issue than actually solve it. America does not need a border bill that does nothing to deter illegal immigration, a Trump spokeswoman said. We need a president who will use his executive authority to shut the border down. Lankford, the bill's lead, Senate Republican negotiator, has been rebutting attacks from members of his own party while trying to keep the legislation alive. With the border deal collapsing, aid to Ukraine and Israel is also in jeopardy. Yesterday, the House failed to pass a bill that would have sent aid to Israel alone. House Republicans' effort to impeach Alejandro Mayorkas, Biden's Homeland Security Secretary, over border policy failed after a handful of Republicans opposed it. New York's governor offered $2.4 billion to help New York City care for migrants. Mayor Eric Adams says the city needs nearly twice that amount. As we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe for more content SciTech Chronicle. If you want to be part of our awesome community, hit that subscribe button and join us. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay awesome.